Welcome to the Yankee Chronicle. For the next 2 weeks, our show is presented by the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen as they celebrate their 91st Craftsmen's Fair at Mount Sunapee Resort. On today's show, I'll visit Mariam, the executive director of the League of their capital city headquarters. We'll get a snapshot of Peter Maynard, who will be hosting a demo booth at this year's fair. He has been designing and building furniture for collectors nationwide. Mike Gibeault will invite you to a special Make-A-Wish event in Sunapee Harbor. We'll meet the owner of the new SooNipi Blueberry Farm in New London. Sara Lenau from Mount Sunapee Resort will give us a rundown for summer at the mountain and tell us why they support our hospital days. And we'll close with our Elizabeth DeRazio inviting you to Fit for a Cause. So don't go away, we'll be right back after these short messages from the businesses that keep YCN, your local view, coming to you. Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen here in Concord as they prepare for their annual Craftsmen's Fair at Mount Sunapee Resort. And I'm now joined by someone that knows everything going on here, the executive director, Mariam Carter. Hi, Mariam.
Hi, Abby.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person
Absolutely.
And interview you. This has got to be one of the craziest times of year for you as you prepare for the Craftsmen's Fair.
You nailed it. It's very nice to be sitting in our beautiful exhibition space,
Yes.
our museum. But yes, AC'd. But yesterday I was at the fairgrounds and, you know, it was full on from the time I arrived to the time I left and through the night with texts.
I'm sure. How quickly do you start? Not that we need to fast forward into the end of it, but is it all year long you're planning for this event?
It's about a 10-month process to produce, including the fair, to produce the event. And so, you know, a lot of that is admin and making sure that we get all our juried members and our invited guests and our vendors lined up. But then we're at the fairgrounds about 3 weeks prior, setting up tents, the whole setup, the whole process, and then the craftsmen come on and we're there for 9 full days. And then amazingly, we break down in about 2 days.
And then do you go on vacation after?
I do, I stop. It's a hard stop.
And don't answer emails. Let's back up a minute because I'm excited to talk about the Craftsmen's Fair, but for people watching what is the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen?
It's an amazing organization. We're 91 years old, and basically we are the organization that celebrate the field of craft and the makers of craft. So we have a rich reputation here in the state of New Hampshire, but we also have one nationally, and frankly, many organizations that are existing today were formed out of the concept of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen so many years ago. So we represent the standards, and many organizations do the same, and there's wonderful fairs throughout the country, but we actually have the oldest running outdoor fair in the country.
What a good fact.
And it's an amazing fact, and we also have people coming from all over the country. Many people think, oh, just people from New Hampshire, but people from New England throughout the country fly in, drive in, come in for the singular event.
Amazing. And talk about being an artist part of the League. You have a huge variety and group of people. What does it mean to be part of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen as an artist? So
we have about 26 different media categories of craft that people, and there's some subcategories, but people can apply for. There's a process again. It's not write a check and become a member. We're a membership organization, but you have to go through a jury process. And it's a jury of your peers who basically looking at your technical work, the technical aspects of your work, as well as your voice. We call that the spirit of the maker. When you see their work, you can identify it as their work. It doesn't look like someone else's work. It looks like theirs. So to become a juried member of the League is really an accomplishment. And if people, sometimes the League has had a reputation like it's really hard to get in. Well, we do have really rigid and high standards, which is why we have the legacy we have and a signature of excellence that we can stand by. But we also have a wonderful mentoring process. So if someone wants to be a member, they don't get in the first try. They aren't told to go away. They're basically asked to go through a mentoring process if they like it, or go on their own and create with work up to the standards that we accept, and hopefully they'll get in the second round.
And then are you in for a lifetime, or is there a review process?
They're in for a lifetime, but they have to keep the standard. We're a lovely organization. I think Dan referred to it as a family in his interview with you the other day.
He did.
And I think that's what we celebrate at the fair, that it's a family. People come together for 9 days. It's hard work. There's no other fairs in the country that really run for 9 days. 9 days. So that's quite a commitment. And we're grateful for everyone's participation.
Talk for a little bit about the fair for people watching who have never been or have seen. I mean, you have that big sign up outside of Mount Sunapee saying it's happening. But for people who've never been, what can people expect when they come to the Craftsman's Fair?
So it's a wonderful entryway to this beautiful array of many, many tents that are filled with incredible craft. First thing I'm going to say, we're at the base of a mountain, a ski area.
Yes.
Wear comfortable shoes.
Yes, good point. It's not level.
The temperature's always great there, but remember to hydrate.
Sure.
I just need to say those things because you're about to, and maybe plan for a 2-day trip instead of 1-day trip. But if you're only there for 1 day, just come in and take it in. We have 8 large tents filled with craftsmen's work. We have a thing called the Shop at the Fair, which is craftsmen who don't want to have a booth, but they want to be represented at the fair. So it's a collaborative effort that they create this beautiful space. And that's actually new this year. We moved it. People are going to be delighted to see this new tent on flat ground.
Okay.
And then we have all these demonstrations. We have a large education mission because we're a 501c3.
Sure.
So there's a kids create area. There's demonstrators that are brand new this year. So you can see how things are made. And some of them are hands-on. So you actually can get your hands in clay and make something any age. You're all welcome to try things. And then we were, over the past few years, are really happy that we've been able to bring in really wonderful artisanal food and also artisanal vendors who are selling their product there. Cool. And we have the New Hampshire Music Collective bringing us an incredible array of talented musicians every day. So it's a rich, rich experience. People come out, they come expecting to be excited and intrigued, and they leave with big smiles on their faces and lots of bags. We're happy to see them go.
And it's good for all ages too.
All ages, and this year we moved it from 12 and under coming in for no cost to 16 and under to free. So we want families to come. We want to build the future of craft collectors. We're really looking forward to that, having more families come, and it's one of the missions we've had, creating pathways to the league.
Amazing. And I'll do my good weather dance for 70 sunny with a light breeze.
Me too. But I want people to know that even if it's hot, come there. You're at the foot of a mountain, and there's ways to take breathers. There's places to sit and relax, and there's plenty of refreshments.
For sure.
I have to say, Vail is an incredible partner. They took over the lease of the mountain, and they have a wonderful beer tent, which we never had before, right on the grounds. You can have wine or beer and just enjoy great food throughout.
How about that? That sounds perfect.
It's wonderful.
Well, I will let you go because I know you have plenty of other things to be doing, but thank you so much for joining me here.
Well, thank you for joining us, and you and YCN have always been such a great supporter of the league, so I just want to say thank you.
Well, absolutely.
Appreciate
We're happy to be here. Thank you very much. Fairs and fun are all around us this weekend, and don't forget the Hospital Days Parade, which we'll have right here on YCN. Stay with us after this message as we get to meet Peter Maynard of Cold River Furniture, who has been crafting fine handmade furniture for over 40 years, and will be hosting a demo booth at the fair August 3rd through 11th. And we'll get an invitation to a Make-A-Wish event at Sunapee Harbor. But first, these words from a community-minded business that underwrites our stories. You could be one too by contacting us at info@ycnnow.com.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Based loosely on Puccini's La Boheme, Jonathan Larson's rock musical Rent took Broadway by storm in the late 90s and left an indelible mark in the history of musical theater. Rent is about falling in love, finding your voice, and living for today. Winner of the Tony Award for Best Musical and the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, Rent has become a pop cultural phenomenon. It follows a year in the life of a group of impoverished young artists and musicians struggling to survive and create in New York's Lower East Side, under the shadow of HIV and AIDS. Rent does include adult themes and language and situations, and may not be appropriate for young theater goers. Rent is theater at its best, though, exuberant, passionate, and joyous. We are excited to bring it to the Barn Playhouse stage.
Welcome back to the Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm your host, Abby Peel. One of the many demonstration booths at this year's Craftsmen Fair at Mount Sunapee Resort will be hosted by Peter Maynard. Let's learn more about him and his work.
My name is Peter Maynard. I live here in South Acworth, New Hampshire, and my medium is wood. I'm a furniture maker. I'm surrounded by amazing deciduous hardwoods. The forest here is very dense with every manner of hardwood. They have a certain presence that I pick up on, and then that translates into my wood shop. By the time I was 15, I was making grandfather clock kits that my father would sponsor, and I'd make the kits and then we'd sell them. At 18, I became an apprentice to a group of furniture makers, and then I came up here to New Hampshire when I completed my apprenticeship, and I basically have been up here in rural New Hampshire for the past 44 years. And in the course of that time, I took an interest in the arts and crafts set of criterion in making furniture, meaning white oak, stained a variety of colors. That appealed to me. So I started making more of the arts and crafts work. Primarily, that's the basis of my business now, and the League has become very important because people come to the League, to the Sunapee show in particular, looking for craftsmanship. So it's very important for me to have the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen as an outlet for my work.
Just a reminder that the 91st Annual Craftsmen's Fair will take place at Mount Sunapee Resort August 3rd through the 11th. The fair is open daily from 10 to 5, rain or shine. Now another Lake Sunapee region event that you don't want to miss.
2024 Summer Series here at the park, the Main Street Warner stage. On August 4th, we welcome back Green Heron. And Green Heron has a combination of old-time folk, bluegrass, country, blues, interspersed with some contemporary sounds, and really happy to have them back with us. On August 23rd, we have not only a regional favorite, but a band that's touring nationally. We're fortunate enough to be able to schedule them here at the stage, Grain Thief. And they've been recognized as #1 in the Roots Music Report Traditional Folk Album Chart. So we're really happy to have them with us. And then September 7th, Saturday, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., we have our annual local music festival featuring Night Kitchen, Will Hatch, Corridor Management Plan, and a lot more on September 7th. September 20th, we have Dwayne Haggins with us. It's a singer-songwriter that is a combination of Hank Williams and Sam Cooke. Again, has toured nationally, and we're very happy to be able to catch him here at the stage. And then that winds the season down with Warner Fall Festival in October, and we'll have the weekend of music at the stage. So very exciting to have all of these performers here with us. And always this is another reason why there's something wonderful happening here in Warner.
This is so fun to talk about all the things that are happening at the barn, but specifically there's a lot for kids. Fantastic. And then you always end with a banger, and this year's School of Rock.
Yeah, School of Rock I'm so excited about. That's the one that I'll be directing, and it's going to be the biggest cast of the season.
Wow.
And we've got a guest coming back, a former JI, Jonathan Glidewell, who is a musician. You can catch him all the time in town at Little Brother Burger playing guitar, and he will be bringing his guitar to the stage as Dewey Finn.
And what are the dates for School of Rock?
So School of Rock will be performed August 15th and 17th.
And people can just find out more information on the website. Let's now hear about another event happening this month in Sunapee Harbor.
I'm from Make-A-Wish, New Hampshire. On August 13th, it's a Tuesday afternoon, we'll be hosting a reception at Delivery. And what the reception is to do is kind of give us a wish tour to the people in the community. We grant many wishes in the greater Sunapee area, and we are looking for people to come see what we do, show how we create the magic for these children battling critical illnesses, share our story. For example, I mean, many people, when they hear the words Make-A-Wish, they feel they have to give up on their child. That is not the case. Make-A-Wish is granting wishes for children with critical illnesses, not terminal illnesses. I have been granting wishes for over 14 years. I've done about 25 wishes, and I've unfortunately lost one. So that's the ratio. I'm actually here with a guest today, Renee, who had leukemia. Her wish was when she was 17. She's 25 now. She's in remission. Her wish was go to Broadway, and she actually performed in a play. So we're here to kind of show the magic of what Make-A-Wish can do. At the same time, show how people in the community can give back to help us make these wishes come true, whether it's volunteering, whether it's donations, whether it's in kind, whether it's any kind of ways to be involved. So we would love to have people come over and visit us at Delivery on that afternoon, if anybody's interested in stuff.
Thanks, Mike. It is so good to hear of the work being done by Make-A-Wish and how people can get involved. When we return, we'll go on location and meet the owner of the new SooNipi Blueberry Farm in New London. So keep it tuned to YCN, your local view, after this message from another supporter of your Yankee Chronicle. Without them, you would be without us.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. For 5 years, the good folks at SooNipi Blueberry Farm have been preparing for you. Tell us more, Craig.
We have 1,100 blueberry bushes that we put in several years ago, so we are hoping that we're finally ready for U-Pick for the community. We have like 7 varieties of blueberries, and they all do have their distinct taste differences, texture differences, and ripening times. We'll be picking 4 or 5 varieties, and some of them are nice and sweet, some of them are nice and tart. All of them are delicious in one way or another. We, after our neighbor passed away, we figured, we fairly knew that the children would not be keeping the property, and that if it had been sold off for, it would be probably been developed. And rather than having more land in New London become houses, and we wanted to be able to retain some of the farm element of the town. And so we decided that we would buy it ourselves to keep it from being developed and benefiting us by not having somebody building in our backyard, but also being able to keep some of the agricultural nature of the town. And we hadn't thought about growing blueberries, but it just, one day my wife came to me and said, "What about blueberries?" And after looking at her crazy for a little bit, it just dawned on me that it made sense. So we've put in the blueberries as beginning farmers. We've made every mistake possible, but as we go, we were learning a little bit more. We put up a big fence to keep the deer out because they were keeping all the bushes trimmed to bonsai size. And oddly enough, bonsai high bush blueberries is not a good strategy. And we drilled a well so we could have irrigation because Mother Nature, oddly enough, can't be relied on. We're just hoping that we can get the plants up to size, that we can get good picking, and and then with the barn, we have a ability to have small events under the auspices of agritourism. So we've had some small events, and it just, as well as a lot of parties for our own selves in the neighborhood and our family. So we're having fun with the place. Other events, we've had farm-to-table dinner, Chef Brian Leary with Perspective Catering, and with Protect Worth Brewing, tasting here, the Argentinian grilling event, the beer tasting, and a blueberry element to things within this, but some small events that, you know, if somebody would want to have a meeting, a gathering of people, and then have a picking in the field. We've had last year we had someone who wanted to have a family reunion that we set up and had them come in, and they were able to pick for a while, and then they were able to have a picnic. So picking and picnic.
Thanks, Craig. You can check them out on their social media. When we return, we'll visit with Sara Lenau at Mount Sunapee Resort to hear what's going on there this summer. And we'll get an invite from Elizabeth D'Orazio to a special event raising funds for breast cancer. So stay tuned here on Yankee Chronicle for these words from those that make this show possible.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to the Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the Lake Sunapee region, being presented by the 91st Craftsmen Fair at Mount Sunapee Resort. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Most people know about the fabulous skiing at Mount Sunapee Resort in the winter, but summer provides much more. Tell us, Sarah.
Hey, thanks, Abby. We are so excited to be partnering with New London for Hospital Days once again. It's really a key point in our summer. We love being part of the parade. Our staff gets really into it. We love decorating our vehicle. Hopefully we have a winner this year. We're really going for that top prize overall for our float in the parade, but it's so important for our staff gets really into it. We love decorating our vehicle. Hopefully we have a winner this year. We're really going for that top prize overall for our float in the parade, but it's so important for us to be part of these community initiatives. Mount Sunapee would be nothing without the community. All of our guests who come from here, people that visit in the winter, it's really so important for us to be part of the community. And New London Hospital, we partner with all the time throughout the summer and the winter, and we really enjoy being part of that community. So of course it's a no-brainer for us to give back, have a great day in the summer. That first weekend in August is something that we look forward to every year. And again, keep an eye out for our parade float. We're very excited to be part of this. So our S'mores Mobile, presented by Nature Valley, is going to be featured at the New London Hospital Days this year. If you're looking for that delicious, quintessential American summer treat, come over to the S'mores Mobile. We'll have your very own fire pit so you can roast your own s'mores. We'll make the little sandwich for you. We've got our Nature Valley dipped s'mores bar, so the chocolate and the graham cracker all in one, and all you have to do is take that s'more and enjoy it. So on behalf of us here at Mount Sunapee, we would love for you to indulge in a s'more. Make sure you check it out, say hi to all of our staff, and it should be a great time and a delicious way to end your New London Hospital Days. We have a lot of great things going on here at the summer. I'm coming to you from our South Peak learning area, where, as you can see behind me, is all set up for summer. We have mountain biking, disc golf, we do summit yoga, so you can take the chairlift up. You can take the chairlift up at any time when we're open to take in the great views of Lake Sunapee. Of course, that's a key feature of the mountain here. We do sluice mining for our youngest guests, and then we also have mini golf, which is again right behind me. Very fun for people to check out. So a number of great activities for everyone to enjoy. And we also have a number of events that go on here throughout the summer. Our dinner series is going really strong this year. We have our farm to table dinners, which our guests really enjoy. And brand new this year is going to be our Rhythm and Brews Fest. So mark your calendar, August 17th. It'll be right here at the mountain. We'll have a number of craft beers available for you to choose from. It'll be really great. And then we also have the Bulkheads and N-Train will be performing for the crowd. So great concert, great beer, fun for the whole family. We'll have a kids zone, especially for those younger participants as well. So make sure you come out August 17th to Rhythm and Brews Fest. Of course, summer would not be complete at Mount Sunapee without our annual Craftsmen Fair. This is the 91st annual fair, but more importantly, it is the 60th annual at Mount Sunapee. So we're going to be giving out some special swag items for that. Really exciting new logo. And of course, just a great time to buy some art. Come check it out. Enjoy some food, all of the music that we'll have have, and you can go home with a brand new local piece of art from an artist that you love. It should be a great time to come out to the mountain. If you're looking for more information about the mountain, the easiest place to go, www.mountsunapee.com, or you can check us out on all of our social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram, so definitely go give us a follow. And if you want to tag us in any of your photos, we love to see them. We love to reshare them. So come out to the mountain, have a great time, post those photos, tag us in them, and then we'll make sure to get you featured on our social medias as well.
Thank you, Sara, and thank you to Mount Sunapee Resort for being a good corporate citizen, supporting New London Hospital Days and our parade coverage this weekend. Now let's hear from our Elizabeth DeRazio about an upcoming event.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth DeRazio, and I'm inviting you to a fabulous event benefiting breast cancer survivors in the greater Concord area. This year, it's Fit for a Cause Triple Challenge on August 18th at 8:30 a.m. in the morning at Memorial Fields in Concord. You can choose your challenge. We have a bike, run, boot camp yoga format, distances at 3, 5, and 10 miles. There's also a family-friendly kids run. So for me personally, I'm hitting up the 10-mile bike ride, going for a run, and then I'm going to do the boot camp. My friends, however, they're going to do a jog, and then they're going to do the yoga. All proceeds are going to benefit local breast cancer warriors and their families. So if this is part of your family experience, or if you know someone who's currently battling breast cancer, this is a great way to support women in the community as they try to beat their goals. And remember, fit for a cause. You are strong enough, and I will. See you there.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I'd like to thank our host location, the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen, as they prepare for their 91st fair at Mount Sunapee Resort, starting Saturday, August 3rd through the 11th. You can find out more and buy tickets online at nhcrafts.org. Coming up next week, we'll meet Dan Dustin, a woodworker specializing in spoons, hear about his work and this year's fair. Ashley Rowley will introduce us to the Women's Network here in the Sunapee region. We'll meet Jordana Corson, another craftsman showing at this year's fair. And we'll go on location with Ken Holmes, who will give us an update on progress at the Newberry Firemen's Museum. We'll close with Diana Smith, a silversmith and glass artist, another craftsman showing at the 91st fair. Tune in to YCN's Game of the Week, featuring the replays of high school sports from last year. This week we have football featuring Franklin at Newport. Games play on Sunday and Monday at noon and 7 p.m. on TDS channels 13 and 1013, NCTV 8, Roku, Apple TV, and for those that don't have cable, on our YCNnow.com website, carrying all of our programming anytime on demand. I'm Abby Peel. Join us again next week as we come to you again from the headquarters of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen for an all-new edition of Yankee Chronicle. Enjoy this home stretch of summer, everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.